block out the negative energy. Bro, if it's your prerogative to go do something, bro, then go do it. Like, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let what nobody think is gonna happen with what you're trying to do stop you. Like, do what you got to do for you, bro. Because at the end of the day, who cares what that person says? You're not living for them. You're living for yourself.
Welcome back to the DJ Henderson podcast. I'm your host, DJ Henderson, and this is season 6. Man, it's been a journey. We've been at it for a little over a year, about a year and a half now, and I just really appreciate everybody that's been supporting the show. Even if this is your first time tuning in, I really appreciate the support. Season 6, this is going to be a big season, a lot of high-level guests, but I just want to take the time to say thank you for tuning in and supporting the show. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a show. Drop a like and a comment down below. All those things will be greatly appreciated. They'll help me out, help the channel out, and continue to support the show in those ways. I really appreciate it. And we're going to get right to this episode. Let's get it. Jeremiah Wicks, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to come on here. It means a lot to me. I'm glad I got you on here. Jeremiah, you was born and raised Tampa, Florida. Talk to me about your upbringing in Tampa and what the city means to you.
My upbringing in Tampa was very fun. You know, my parents made it fun for me. I was the only kid in the house, so I was kind of spoiled. But you know, nothing was ever given to me. I earned everything. And yeah, that's how I got brought up in the city. And I love Tampa. Like, that's why I rep it so hard everywhere I go. Like, I'm from 813, just the third. I love Tampa. So yeah.
For sure. Right now, currently, a lot of people, they know you as a content creator. You got your own media business going on, Bles'd Productions. Before that, coming up, you were a basketball player. You played a lot of basketball, pretty good basketball player. Talk to me about how you got introduced to the game of basketball. Who put the ball in your hands?
This may sound funny, but I put the ball in my hands. I started out with football, you know, West Tampa Spartans and stuff like that. TYB, or I don't know, I forgot what it's called, TYBL or whatever it's called. Back then, you know, I started with that, and I was locked in with football until I hurt my shoulder. So I just resorted to basketball, bro, and from there, the rest is history.
When you first started playing basketball, when you transitioned from basketball to football, who were some people you were watching? Like, what made you just want to just jump into basketball after you got injured?
I already was good, right? I already was good, but football was my main sport. So, I mean, as soon as I got hurt, because that shoulder instantly hurt bad, so I was like, yeah, I'm done with football. I might as well try basketball. It won't be like that. So, I mean, just get good. So, after they switched to basketball.
For sure. You definitely were pretty good. We were younger. I'm not too much older than you. I think I'm probably maybe a year and a half older than you. I remember we used to play each other a lot. You Triple SA. I used to play with the Lakeland Fire. I remember you playing with USA Ballers. Talk to me about that time period when you started playing AAU and what those days were like.
It was tough, bro. And listen up, people not gonna like this. I started out with the Skill Center Elite. I started out with Skill Center Elite, and I'm gonna be real. I was one of the best players, if not the best player. But the first tournament, I ain't get enough burn, bro. Like, that wasn't satisfying for me. So my parents. So my dad snatched me off quick. But it was no beef after that. I wanted to play because I knew I could play it. I knew, no shade, I was better than a lot of other of my teammates. So I went to another team, Tampa Venom. Yeah. We played at Skill Center. I lit day every time. Put it to you like that. From there, bro, I just started getting good.
Like you said, you started getting better and better over time. What was it like? What was that process like when you realized you wanted to just continue to get better? You wanted to step your grind up. What was it like when you started to take the game serious and you wanted to become a better player?
It was the seventh grade. I joined a team called Tampa Venom, coached by Coach John. He was one of the PHS AAU coaches. And when I joined the Tampa Venom, bro, it was my team. Like, I had the green light 24/7, and we had always played skills or whatever. We always lost, but it was one time at the Long Center in Clearwater. We played skills, and I think it was an AM game on a Sunday or a Saturday. Brody, we lost again. I ain't gonna lie, we lost again. But Brody, when I tell you, I lit everybody on that team who guarded me up. So like, and I mean everybody who guarded me, literally. So like, from then, that's when people started talking about me because skills are popular. Skills are real popular in Tampa. That's when people started talking about me. When they see me, I had to have a 20 plus. I don't know if it was 25 or whatever, but yeah, 20 plus. I did that. Like my name started to get out there, so I'm just like, okay, I can be good at this. Let me continue to build and keep going and get better. So 7th grade is when I was just like, all right, let's take this serious.
For sure. You just mentioned your name started to ring bells in the city when you started to take your game more serious. You got better and better over time. Soon after that, you went to high school. You chose Bayshore Christian. Talk to me about Bayshore Christian and what went into that decision. What made you go there?
Well, I can tell you this: I did not want to go to Bayshore. I did not. Simply because I thought it was going to be another private school full of people that don't look like me, and I'm gonna have to play the nice card, and you know how private schools get and stuff like that. So I'm already not even wanting to go there. But my parents tell me I got no choice because I guess they didn't want me to stay at Sly Middle School, so they wanted me to go to a private school again. They sent me there, bro. I instantly fell in love simply because not only were there people that looked like me at the school, that was the majority of the school. Like it was so many people my color. So I just instantly felt, comfortable. Like I don't gotta talk different. Like I can just be free. So from there, I just fell in love with Bayshore. I always loved my coach. My coach, I've always loved him. He always taught me the right thing and stuff like that. So yeah, Bayshore, and it's true to my heart. I don't go up there too much anymore because it's not the same, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. Yeah, I can't lie. You definitely were the first person that made me even recognize Bayshore. I've been in Tampa my whole life. I've never been there before. I didn't know where it was until we played. I played a couple open runs there, probably 2 summers ago. I think that was probably during the COVID summer. I got there. I was like, I never even knew this was here. I don't know what Bayshore is. I just had heard of it before, and I seen like once you got to high school and stuff, I seen like highlights and stuff like that. So obviously I knew it was a school and stuff, but yeah, I didn't know too much about Bayshore before you got there. And then after you got there, more people started to go there, and then I started to see you guys on social media and stuff. So that's pretty cool being part of the foundation for Bayshore. I don't know what they look like this year, but
Like that foundation. I like that, bro. You just snapped. Okay. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
we talked about what you like there kind of off the court, but what was it like just playing on the court? You played high school ball there, you did your thing. Talk to me about playing there. You talked about your coach who you love dearly. Talk to me about that, your experience at Bayshore on the court.
It was a rocky road, bro. It was a very rocky road because, mind you, my first year was in 8th grade, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be a jerk and play middle school ball rather than varsity ball because I knew I was gonna average 40 in middle school ball. But my coach and my parents weren't having that, so they instantly tried to throw me on varsity in 8th grade. And I'm ready because I saw the teammates there. I'm just like, I'm 13 and I'm better than Jit. Like I'm 13 and I'm better than him. So I knew like, okay, I'm going to be starting as an 8th grader. And my coach knew that too. But unfortunately, I played a rec league game in Sulphur Springs. I went for a chase down block. I got it, but I thought I was LeBron, and I told my ACL. That first eighth grade, 13, 14 years old, eighth grade, on ACL. So from there, I could not play my eighth grade year. But now I got a chip on my shoulder. So now you feel me? Okay, we ain't seen Jeremiah for a year. We ain't seen him play for a year. Now, yeah, I'm going to ninth grade now. So ninth grade, I got my little flat top or whatever. I'm ready. I think I'm gonna do good. And I did okay, average 13, 5, and 4. It was just decent numbers and stuff like that. But I wasn't satisfied because I got my name out there or whatever, but I wasn't satisfied with that. So I'm just like, okay, sophomore year from the turn me up. I know how to play basketball now. Ninth grade, I was scared. Now it's just my ish. So feel me? Sophomore year, I'm ready. I'm ready to go average 27 and 8. I'm ready. But y'all have the plans. I went to a prep hoops camp, the 250 Expo. I went to that my sophomore year. Yeah, bro. We scrimmaged with the first play of the game. I did a spin move. I laid the dude, planted wrong, another ACL tear. That's two. And at this point, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting because now I'm 16, bro. I'm 15 or 16. In the 10th grade, and that's two ACLs blown. So I'm just like, wow. I'm contemplating giving up. I'm contemplating it. Dad, like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I ain't never been a quitter, and I've always had a heart for basketball. Like, I always had love for basketball. So 11th grade year, I'm rehabbing the hell out of my knee, bro. Rehabbing it, because people don't forgot about me. They say I don't got it no more. Say I'm not the same. Okay, cool. 11th grade year and junior year, I cut off that little silly flat top. I get my hair a little wavy or whatever. Feel me? Bro, I was in the best shape of my life my junior year. Ball handling was on the string. Shot was wet. Sitting on defense. Like, just sitting on defense. But it was great. I averaged 17, 6, and 5, and 3 steals. So, and a district championship. So, junior year was a great year for me. And I picked up hella interest from colleges. Hella interest. Senior year. Everybody's talking about my junior year. Okay, Jeremiah, he came back. He actually, was the same and he got better. I'm just like, okay, senior year, I'm gonna do this. I won a state championship my senior year. And I'm hearing we getting this new recruit from Strawberry Crest, CJ Cruz. You know Cruz, I think. But we getting this new recruit. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, we got me at the point. We got him at the shooting guard. He knows how to score. I know how to pass. And we got 3 other dudes who know how to play. We in there. So first game, Robinson High School, CJ go for 30. I go for 20. We can buy for 50 the first game of the season. That's how I knew, feel me and him was gonna be a special backcourt. Second game, King. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not play too good against King, unfortunately. I didn't. I was pushing shots, doing some stuff. It was embarrassing. But yeah, that's King. Literally the next week after that, bro, we in practice, we breaking full court presses. And you know me, you know how I play. I like to dribble through stuff. Like I'm gonna hit you with a little nutmeg, or I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna dribble through it. So I hit somebody with a nutmeg, and then I tried to change like my pace, and I tried to stop, but my knee buckled. I instantly said because it hurt. And CJ came up to me and my teammate Adrian, and he was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "Bro, I'm done." Like, I kid you not, this is real life. I said it like I was in a movie, because that's something I wasn't even expecting me to say. Like, my first word was, "I'm done," because you got to think about it, bro. I'm 17. This is my third knee injury. I'm 17 years old. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Like, I'm thinking to myself, damn, when I hit 50, It's gonna be up. Like, am I gonna be in a whip? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I looked them in the eye. I said, I'm done, bro. And my coach kept asking me what's wrong. I said, I'm done. I called my dad. Said, I'm done. I called my mom. Said, I'm done. Everybody like confused because they don't know that I just hurt myself. I just told them I was done. So, seeing I just had to sit the sideline and be sort of one of the coaches because I've always been vocal. Like always, my whole life I've been vocal. Whether it's like just coaching on my teammates or talking trash, just like so. And what's crazy is that my team made it to state without my physical presence, and like that made me so proud of them. That made me so proud. Now I ain't gonna lie, the game that we lost at states, if I was playing, we would have won. But that's no shade. That's me telling the truth. Uh, Other than that, those are my gifts of basketball and baseball.
Just hearing that is kind of crazy. That sounds like a D Rose type story. I don't think anybody's supposed to go through things like that at that age. I tore my meniscus only when I was in high school, my senior year, and I like played through it and then got surgery and stuff. But rehab was tough for me, and it was just a meniscus. So imagining tearing my ACL 3 times, tearing the ACL as a freshman, as in 8th grade, or as a freshman in high school, like the mentality you got to have to even follow through with your rehab and take it serious at that kind of age. I already know that wasn't an easy task, but I was happy to hear you tell your story about all the times you bounced back. Also, not happy. I don't know what the exact word is, but you knowing that your career was kind of over, but you didn't let it just derail your life. I know a lot of people when things like that happen, relationships, injuries, just life in general. A lot of times when people get hit with life, like they tend to go into a shell and not try to still prosper and do what they do, put their energy into other things. And I'm kind of glad to see what you've been building up over the past couple of years. It hasn't been that long since you've been out of high school and you've been doing your thing off the court with Bles'd Productions. I remember you make an announcement saying that you were done with basketball and that you were starting up that, and I was kind of happy to see that. Talk to me about that, stepping away from the game, just knowing, finding your purpose and having faith and just going out on a limb, doing something different.
Um, that was no easy choice for me to just so quickly transition from basketball into Bles'd Production. Simply because I was sad, bro. Like it's my senior year and I can't play. I was bad depressed. So I don't know what happened, but one day, I find myself recording the fellas practicing and I'm giving out practice highlights on the iPhone 7 Plus. Like, so when I was doing that, I was just like, okay, let me try to film a game, see if I can make me a mix on the phone. I do that. My teammates, they not going crazy over the mix, but it's not bad. You feel me? Like, okay, they're just like, oh snap, okay. So, bro, I kid you not, and I never told nobody this. My first logo for Bles'd Production media side, my first logo was me taking a piece of paper out of a notebook, ripping the small piece off, writing blessed on the small piece in pencil, and making it a sticker on Snapchat. So that was my first logo. I put that on a mix, bro, and my teammates were going crazy over it. So at this point, I'm just like, bro, I know this sucks, but if this is appealing to them, I'm gonna take it seriously. So I get an 11 Pro Max phone, iPhone 11 Pro Max phone. Quality was straight back then too because it was new, it was fresh. So I started filming their games and I started making more videos. Now they really going crazy because the quality looks straight. The quality is straight. And, I always knew what I was doing when it came to editing anything, pictures or videos. So, boom. Bro, I did a whole documentary on my team. It's on YouTube, like with a phone, bro. That's when I really knew, okay, yeah, this is gonna be filmed for life. I did a whole documentary. It got to be like 40 minutes of my team with a phone. I've never heard nobody doing that before. So that's when I knew, like, okay, you really like doing this for real. Like you really just made a whole doc on the phone. So let's do it for real. I get me a camcorder, bro. The rest is history. Like the rest is history, bro. Like I'm 2 years in. I think my first year was decent. I think my second year this year was even better because I switched from a camcorder to a camera, with a lens and stuff like that. And a new lens is coming, by the way, for anybody that knows me who watches the show. The new lens is coming. So the quality should be upgraded very nicely. And yeah, I just want to learn new stuff, bro. That's it.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. Y'all heard the man. New lens on the way. If you know what that means, you know, prices going up, quality going up, everything going up real soon. That's what I want to talk about. I don't even gotta ask the question necessarily anymore, but like that's what I wanted to get from you coming into this interview. Just talking to people that's up and coming, that want to be in the media field or any field, period, just about what it takes to start. Like I know personally, I'm the type of person, like I'm not going to go out, like I say I want to get into media myself. I'm not going to go out and buy the latest, most expensive camera, try to get a lens, all this kind of stuff, just starting out, especially when I don't even know how to work the most basic camera. I done recorded stuff on my phone before too, just getting the basic stuff down. But like, that's something I want you to talk about. Like talk about people that think they just need the latest and the greatest to get started and all that kind of stuff. Cause I feel like if you don't know how to work the most basic stuff, there's no need for you to try to get the latest stuff. And also it's never going to be a perfect time to start anything. It's never going to be the perfect time to do anything. It's just about when you start to do it. We talked about it a little bit off camera about how our journey's kind of been similar with you with Bles'd Productions. I started this show and like just talk about getting started, how it's never the right time to get started. You just got to put your foot down and start.
Yeah, bro. If you, and this goes for anything, if you like something, there's something you like to do, you have a hobby, bro, like do it. But start simple, bro. Like just you don't gotta rush into any type of advanced, stuff. Just do it, start simple, and then just begin to like flow with it. Just like flow with it, bro. Let it flow. Let your attributes increase naturally. Don't just try to force it. Um, but if you, like I said, if you like something and you want to do it. That's it.
For sure. You talked about starting off with your logo on a piece of paper that you drew out, made it a Snapchat sticker. Now you got a nice logo. You got your Instagram page up and going. You got things going for your brand. You just been building your brand over these 2 years. Talk to me about what it's been like just seeing your brand grow, seeing your skill set grow, like you just talked about. Like what has this time been like? Now you went from starting off, you talked about recording practice mixes on your phone, made a 40-minute doc on your phone of your team. Now you're definitely one of, if not one of the top media outlets in Tampa, definitely one of the top media outlets in Florida. I always see you posted up with other content creators, and that's pretty cool to me, just being able to network with other people doing similar things to you, people all over the state. Just talk to me about just the growth in your brand, how you've seen it, and what you plan to do in the future. What are some things people could be looking forward to seeing from Bles'd Productions?
The growth, we're never satisfied. We're never satisfied. The growth, I feel like on Instagram, I should be at 4K plus followers. I'm only at 3,500 or something, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep building. I'm gonna keep going. It's a blessing simply because to be recognized by another content creator that's either on your level, above your level, or beneath you is just a blessing because that tells you that you're doing something right for them to, know your worth, know who you are. I network with content creators like Carlos Wilson from Sarasota. I network with a bucket a lot. I network with Green Light Views. Valerie Vaughn from Jacksonville. Like it's it's cool, talking our language basically. Like because when content creators get together, we're gonna talk about content. We're gonna talk about our content, and whether it's us judging each other, making each other better. That's what we're gonna talk about. So it's a blessing just being around them and stuff like that. And it's also a blessing that I went from, recording on a iPhone 7 Plus to a legit camera now. I feel like it's a blessing that I went from recording my teammates' practices to recording Mikey Williams in real life, Carter Knox, Jameer Jones, Jason Jackson, kids like that, like high level kids. So that's why I keep going, bro, because I want to keep reaching levels that I never reached before. I want to keep achieving stuff that I never achieved before. So it's just like until I get to record somebody with LeBron James's, clout, KD, Steph Curry, I'm not gonna be satisfied, bro. So I'm just gonna keep working.
Definitely. I think that's a major theme, something you said multiple times. I could tell that's something that actually means something to you, something you keep in your mind, never satisfied. You said that a couple times so far on the show. And I think that's the right mentality to have. I don't think there's always something new you can learn. I always tell people you never know where your motivation gonna come from. Like you just talked about, content creators above you, below you at the same level, just being recognized by people that are doing the same things you, let you know that you're doing the right things, all that kind of stuff. I think all that is major for sure. What advice would you give to somebody that's up and coming, that's trying to start off their production company, that's trying to start off in the media game? What's a couple key pieces of advice you would tell somebody that's trying to get started?
I got one thing to tell the person who's just now started. Block out the negative energy. Bro, if it's your prerogative to go do something, bro, then go do it. Like, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let what nobody think is gonna happen with what you're trying to do stop you. Like, do what you got to do for you, bro. Because at the end of the day, who cares what that person says? You're not living for them. You're living for yourself. Like, don't neglect yourself because of any negativity that comes your way, bro. Just do it.
Yeah, that's definitely major advice. Not even just content creators. I think that's for anybody, anywhere. Just you gotta put your blinders on. You gotta have tunnel vision and just do what you want to do. Do what you feel make you happy. I think that's major. Just doing stuff for you, like you said, kind of being selfish in a way. That's something that I talked about on the last interview. If you ain't watched that interview, go check out last week's episode. Chaz Neal, FAU. Go check that out. That's probably the key point of that interview. Just being selfish and doing things for you. That's something that a lot of people don't understand and don't do, but that's something that's major for sure. One of my last questions: what do you have to anybody out there that's looking to get free work from Bles'd Productions? What do you got to say? What do you got to say to them people out there? Free work.
Bro, the phone days are over with. I don't film with an iPhone 7 Plus, no 11 Pro Max. I have a camera now. Just get incredible each and every day. Like, don't ask for nothing free, bro. It's a business. If I do free work for anybody, it's simply because either I think I see potential in them and I'm just trying to get their name out, or they have a name and I want to support them through their journey. I want to be the one to say that, okay, I was one of his supporters, I was one of her supporters. So it's just like, don't take it personal. Get on that level. You can get free stuff, but I don't get free stuff out to too many people, though.
So basically just saying you a big dog now, like you a big dog. So all that other stuff, it ain't going no more. That's in the past. That was a year ago. Today's prices, not yesterday's prices. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. For sure. All right, now we're going to get into the last part of the show. I like to call it crunch time. You know what crunch time is. You're around sports. Last last part of a game where you got to lock in, you got to do what you got to do, come through for your team. So these are just going to be the last questions to wrap up the show. What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Best piece of advice that I've been given is from both of my parents, and they tell me to keep God first. So, like Kobe said, it don't get no better than that. Bro.
Definitely. I think that's major for sure. I feel like that's something that a lot of people say, but even myself personally, that's something I say, but it's sometimes just with the daily life, it's kind of hard to do that. So I think that's something major that everybody should be reminded of. Just keep God first and trust in him and let everything go the way it's going to go. What's something that a random person wouldn't know about you, but your close friends, your family, they know about you?
Some people may not know this, but I'm a good dancer. I like to dance. You feel me? Not everybody knows that. Just really my family and the closest people to me know that. So I'm a good dancer.
Let me find out. Let me catch you dancing. Fire you up. If you could go back in time and tell your younger self a couple pieces of advice, what are some things you would tell yourself?
Behave differently. Because I feel like a lot of stuff that I went through my life had a lot to do with how I behaved. You know, I feel like I went through a lot of new stuff because of how I would, behave and stuff in life and what I would do. So, you reap what you sow. That's what I would tell my mini me. Don't be on that BS. So, yeah.
For sure. If you could meet and spend a day with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why? 3 people.
I can't lie to you. Nicki Minaj is definitely on the list. Nicki, baby, she definitely on the list. I ain't even gotta explain why, bro. Look at her. But yeah, Nicki Minaj one for sure. I can't lie to you. Michael Jackson. I definitely spend a day with Michael Jackson, bro. He just seemed like he seemed like a swell guy. Yeah, Nicki, Mike. I'm gonna say Nicki on a date. I'm gonna probably learn how to dance from Mike. A female. I ain't gonna lie.
You definitely look like you used to play Michael Jackson The Experience all day.
Chill. Like he made the big fellas look cool and stuff like that. And that's the greatest rapper of all time as far as I'm concerned. So I'd probably freestyle with him too.
All right, I'm gonna let you slide on that. I don't have time to argue about that. He's definitely not the best rapper of all time. Lil Wayne is the best rapper of all time, but we're not gonna get into that. We're just I'm gonna let you breathe. I ain't gonna do too much. So your 3 is Nicki Minaj, Biggie, and Michael Jackson. That's your 3.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a solid 3. It took long enough, but that's a solid 3 right there. I be keeping track of 3 people. That's a pretty tough 3. Nicki Minaj, Biggie, Michael Jackson. That's solid. That's solid. Last question on the show. Who you think I should have on here next? Whoever you say, you got to plug me in. You got to help me get them. Who you think I should have on here next?
I think I can definitely plug you in with one of the best media outlets in Tampa. Is a Bles'd Productions. I would be very interested in helping you get him on the show, Mr. Malik Shannon, because they're brothers. There's a couple of brothers, but I request Mr. Malik Shannon.
For sure. Malik Channer, it's a Bles'd Productions. Shout out to them. Definitely one of the top media outlets in the city. Love to have you on the show for sure. Jeremiah Wicks, thank you again coming on the show. It means a lot to me taking the time to do this. Is there any motivation, any last words, anything you want to tell people before we log off?
Stay tuned. Bles'd Productions got a lot of new stuff coming. I got more BP gear coming out. Content's gonna get better. I'm finna start adding effects. And stay tuned for the quality change for football season. That's coming.
Y'all heard it here first. Prices going up. Lens coming. New lens coming in. Merch coming out. Make sure you go cop the merch when you make that available. Appreciate you, bro, taking the time to do this. Where can everybody find you personally, your business, Instagram, Twitter, any social media you want to plug in? Where can people find you at?
Bles'd underscore Productions, BLESD underscore Productions. Twitter, Bles'd underscore Pro, PRO. TikTok, Bles'd underscore.
Yes, sir. All that's going to be down below in the description. Make sure y'all tap in with Bles'd Productions. If you're in the Bay Area, you need some work, hit up Bles'd Productions for the work. It's going to be good quality. It's going to be even better quality real soon. Like you said, you heard him talk about it here first. Jeremiah Wicks, again, I appreciate you taking time to do this. And that's it for this episode.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show.